those young boys lining up and showing they're ready was something else, and the crowd certainly enjoyed it.
Absolutely, yeah. The first half was a fairly drab affair, to be honest, wasn't it? There wasn't a load to sort of celebrate, particularly from Liverpool's point of view. The lads who played the first half mostly stayed on. There were a couple of changes at half time, but we saw lots of the main fellas still on second half. And so they started the turnaround, but then the young lads came on and absolutely ripped it up, to be honest. I'm so excited by Rio and Ngumoha. Like, this is another one of those moments where I'm like kind of glad that big fridge Jurgen Klopp's not here to tell us that, like, we need to be patient and all these kinds of things, because Rio and Ngumoha is so exciting. Trey Nyoni, you know, even after his growth spurt, looks so exciting. I'm so ready to love these lads back in Liverpool now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that might tell us too we need to calm down as well, because he's still so young. But listen, we've been talking about whether he's a genuine forward option going into this season, and one of the things levelled at them was, well, has he got the output you want? You know, he's a quality player. You can see how excited he is every time he gets on the ball, but, you know, has he got goals and assists? Well, that goal he got just then, you know, it is only a pre-season friendly, but that's what we're doing today. We're here playing a pre-season friendly, and it's some finish from him, and he looked like he was building towards it. He looked like it was happening.
He just superstars the whole evening, didn't he? Really, he's so exciting. Like, you know, you're right. The first half was, you know, one of those where I was like looking at it and thinking, God, I hope they get the goal, the fans. But they get 3 in the second half, and you know, there's not much more exciting than when a young player in his first few games with Liverpool, and even some like Trey Nyoni, I'd include in this, scores a goal for Liverpool, because it's like, yes, do you know what, that's a proper moment for him, no matter whatever happens in his career from then on. And I think there's going to be big things coming from him. But and then Florian Wirtz, you know, your record signing does it as well. It ends up being a perfect evening, and yeah, I'm so excited by Rio. I said in the previous shows that I wondered whether he was going to be the 6th choice. Looking at the way he plays, how sort of like dynamic and exciting, and thank you, it was a good point, you're welcome. You know, you're just looking at this footballer who has this belief in himself and has this fearlessness that feels cliched for someone that age, but he really has it. He's just driving at them and taking them on. He had them on toast. So I'm excited to see where his season ends up.
Yeah, listen, Florian Wirtz has been interviewed.
Contending with the big man.
Yeah, people can watch that later. You know, there was just so much to enjoy about the play, the pair of them, and it's funny, I had to go to the team hotel today. I was shocked I was sorting tickets out, very on brand even in pre-season. Listen, we all need to warm up, so I had to go to sort of the team hotel today to try and sort something, and I actually saw them too, just sort of strolling through, and you see how young they look, do you know what I mean? They look like 2 lads on a school trip, you know, but then when you see them on the pitch, they play like men, and like Craig says, Troy's jumped up, and the others are playing so well as well. It's fantastic to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, we saw last pre-season what Trey Nyoni can do in terms of technique. He obviously had to navigate that growth spurt last season while not playing a ton of football, but possibly still being too young for the football as such to matter. Like, just where you want to be on the training ground around these players and learning, and that's the stage that Rio is at now. Of course, Rio is still, you know, only just breaking through. Best being around the club and learning. Listen, if you know Liverpool do end up sending him out on loan, then I think he's being fast tracked towards that point. So that's even quite exciting in of itself. But I'm with Craig. I can see a world in which he ends up being genuinely 6th choice this season, getting the same sort of minutes as we saw Chiesa getting last season. He actually starts the game against Accrington and Chiesa doesn't. I'm pretty sure. So even last season there was that consideration sort of flipping between the two of them. If Chiesa goes this summer, which we imagine he probably will, having not come out on the tour and all these things, then it feels to me like there's a surefire place for him, and a surefire place for Trey Nyoni as well, because, you know, he has come on physically and the technique is clearly still there. You see that in the second half tonight, so such exciting things to come for both of them. I hope we do keep holding both, but then I hope there are genuine minutes for them, because they both look like they're so ready for it.
Yeah, the manager's shown that, you know, you need to be really good to play for this football team, and he's not been too worried about letting a few good young players go, but for them too, you know, I think he's got big plans for them indeed. But that guy on the screen now, Florian Wirtz, you know, gets his first Liverpool goal. I didn't think he was brilliant first half, to be honest with you. I think a few of them struggled with the pitch. The pitch out there wasn't the best, and maybe what they're used to, but you know, just to see him arrive in that box and get a goal, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that.
It's a taster of hopefully what's to come, isn't it? And that's all you're really looking for in pre-season. I think, look, we said in the previous game results don't matter, but I think goals for new signings matter and goals for young players matter, because, you know, it's finding, particularly for the young players more than Florian Wirtz, it's finding that sense of belonging. For Florian Wirtz, you know, it's hopefully the first of many. And I'm made up for this lot because the police went ballistic. Like, you know, I'm struggling to hear you two when you're talking there because they've been so loud and they got so excited when Florian scored. I mean, we did as well. We were sort of stood and I'm bouncing around as if it's a goal that means loads, and actually, you know, it means something because, you know, you want your superstar signing to bed in quickly and to be arriving in the box in these moments and scoring these goals when it really matters. But yeah, he's doing already.
Yeah, absolutely. And like Craig just said there, a taste of what's to come, you feel, from him. You've seen it with this League Cup play. Like I said, the passing wasn't incredible today, but I think we can put a big chunk of that down to the pitch. But he just looks like he's not messing about. He just looks like he's here to deliver for Liverpool. And yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to watching him next year.
Yeah, and listen, there's still going to be a period of gelling. You know, even if you are a £100 million footballer and if you are as good as the Reds are, there is still going to be that period where there's going to be moments where maybe it doesn't look the slickest and doesn't look the easiest on the eye. And I think you saw that for the first 45 today, albeit in a game that doesn't have, you know, a ton of meaning, at least to you know, the sort of the Liverpool fan back home, I should say, because it means so much to these lot in the stadium. And you saw that when he scored, like the reaction when he scored was, well, like there was just a genuine roar in here because they're so excited to watch this footballer perform really well for Liverpool, and I think he is going to perform really well for Liverpool. As I say, there'll be those moments where it still looks like he's sort of adjusting to it and Liverpool like they're adjusting to him, but when you are a player who's as good as he is, you're going to see the moments of brilliance shining through from early. And, you know, one for the goal earlier, but really the truth is, you know, it's been true in the open trainings so far. It's been true in that first game in Hong Kong as well. So yeah, I can't wait to get back to Anfield and watch him absolutely tear it up this season. He looks like a fellow who's going to win some trophies this season, Gibbo, is what I'd say.
He's got some trophy lifted arms.
He does.
I would say on that.
I hope you're enjoying this free show at the moment. Loads of excellent, exciting stuff on the Anfield app. If you want to be part of the whole thing, you can download the Anfield app and go from there. Or you can subscribe via the YouTube membership as well for video-only content and other bits and pieces. We love doing these shows. We love that you watch them. So come, be part of the journey with us.